Alrighty, how long will it stay up now? I might have to do some updates. I don't know. Alright. Well, I unplugged the other computer. So, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I mean, my video card will handle anything. And I got 878 megabytes per second, and everything's running everywhere else. It only happens in YouTube. So, I'm not quite sure. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Don't sweat the small shit in life, right? That's what I say. I'm a firm believer in that. Okay. Try this again. And okay. Whatever. All right. So anyway, before we get cut off, if you're interested in the box, tell me what the way you'd like to see the box on the top and the sides. You know, something cool. Don't make it too extravagant. Just give me some ideas. Give me an email. See what I can come up with. All right. Tell me what you're interested in. Because it's not the box, it's what's in it. I know everybody can't afford them, but it's a nice collection that not everybody's going to have. I can guarantee you that. So that's cool. So, and I know who's who. Oh, what do we got here? What's this little guy right here? I found another 1909 VDB. Ah! All right. So what do you guys want to talk about? Oh, somebody left. Oh, man. Nothing? You want to talk about nothing? Nothing at all? Really? You're just going to sit there? So what do you guys want me to? What do you guys want me to show you? You guys want me to do an auction or not an auction? Because it's up to you. 1909, sweet. Wish I could find one just hanging out. Oh, you can buy one. Buy a set like this for $125. Oh. Maybe. Maybe I better look in the book. Yeah. Yep. 1890. Carson City. Go look at the price in your book. That'll squeeze your bunghole together. Yeah. Oh, this is nothing. Buying one of these boxes is going to cost you $225 for all these coins in a ruby. There's big girl panties. But it's, if you think about it, that's nothing for what's in there. That ruby alone is worth that. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Ain't no getting around it. And if you know jewelry and you know gemstones, then you know I'm not bullshitting you. And I know I probably will only sell one. That's why I only have one set like this. And then I'm going to have another set that'll probably be, a lot less. Maybe $175 or something. And then I'll have another set that'll be, something else. You want to just buy a ruby? Yeah, there's a ruby in the box. You didn't see it? Well, I probably ought to open the case up. There's a real ruby. It's not a fake. It's a real ruby. And I can tell you how big it is. It is. Oh, shit. Is that the right one? Oh, this ain't the right card. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold tight. Wait a minute. Hey, CLMK. Let me show you something. Here's a box of them. Oh, a whole box of them? Yeah. Whole box of them. Here's all the certifications. And here's all the rubies. There's one ruby. Don't believe me, look. There they all are. Look at them. Loveliness. Look how sexy they are. And they look beautiful. They're like that. Took months to get them. Months to get them back. But now they're home with Daddy. They ain't colored rocks. Are you stoned? They're freaking rubies. They're rubies. Real rubies. Like real rubies. Corundum. Yeah, natural. The only thing these stones have had is heated. That's it. I got all the certifications right here. I just got to find the right ones for the right ones. that the right one? Let me find it. No, 873. What is this one? 673. I gotta look because everyone is different. You know what I mean? $606. $815. Shit. 7. 7. Oh, there's some big boys in here. 8.97. 8.97 carats. That's a big rock. 6.73. So here it is. Real. How you like that? This and this. That's just the way it is. So, somebody who loves somebody enough and wants to give them something special that came from my collection, I got it. You want me to do special stuff for you guys? I'm on another level. I am on a whole nother level. You bring out the good stuff for good people. That's what I believe. Plain and simple. You bring out the good stuff for good people. If they can't afford it, well, I'm sorry. I can't, I can only do so much. Can't afford it now and nobody buys any, then, maybe I'll still have them at Christmas time. Or, you just ask me. Just ask me and you say, hey, Ref, put me together a set. This is what I want. This is what I have that I can afford. And I can see what I can do. It might not be a ruby. Look at this. Can't tell me that stone ain't beautiful. And I cut that. How many carats is that sucker? That's 6.97 carats. Sky blue topaz. I got all kinds of stuff. Guys, some stones are a little cheaper than others. Those are rubies. Real ones. So, I'm bringing it to another level for you guys. I don't know if I'm talented or not, but I think that people who are idle do the devil's work. That's what I say. Stay busy. Do things. Make people happy. Bring them good stuff. Look, if you're buying something, right, and stuff's expensive, an unheated ruby that size is about $25,000 from Burma and up. They can go for hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it's heated. So, not that it makes it invaluable, because that's not true, because it's accepted. They're still expensive. I mean, it's still a couple $100 stones each. But that's, not what I'm doing. Nope. Because I want my family and friends to have nice things. Somebody's got to know how to do it. And when you don't know anybody in your family, you get screwed every time you go to the jeweler. My uncle, he's so proud of me because I know so much. And he comes and learns from me. And, that humbles me a little bit. Because I used to learn from him. Because he's got an exceptional mind. But now he's an old fart. And I just kind of picked up where he left off. But, he's like, Rap, you just got a vast amount of information. I like it. Yep. Auctions 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Sunday. So if you're interested in something cool like that for Valentine's Day, I'm letting you know ahead of time whether you want it on Valentine's Day, whether you want it on Sunday, or what. I'm just making them available early in case somebody says, I'd like to make a ring for my wife or a pendant or whatever. They can get the stone. They can get it set in a ring and everything before then, if that's what they want to do. Or they might want to buy it now, and then for Christmas, put it in a ring for them or something, or a pendant. Gives you plenty of time to do that. So that's why I'm doing it. Some cool stuff. And I don't just have rubies. I got other stones too, if you don't like rubies. So. Yeah. So now the information's out there. You all know what's going on. I got all kinds of coins and stuff that are coming up. I got all kinds of stuff. And I got some special stuff, and I'm trying to get you guys some cool stuff. It's going to get harder. I'm going to tell you. You watch. It's going to get harder. I foresee this. I'm glad I pre-planned for a few things I got coming. But I see it getting difficult. Yeah. I tell you a little story. So I was at the jeweler's one day. I had my loop. And so I went in there and I was looking at this stone, right? And they, some jewelers have, some used stuff or whatever, right? They buff it back up or whatever, but still, it was somebody else's ring. And they mark it down. And I'm looking at the stone, right? And I'm like, looking at it. And I said to the lady behind the counter, I said, can I see that stone? Oh, she said, isn't it beautiful? I said, it might not be if it is what I think it is. So I picked the stone up and I looked at it through my loop, right? And I'm looking at it, and they had a microscope behind the counter, right? Similar to this one. I says, can I use your Amscope real quick? And a guy come out from behind. There's like a little window there. He come out. He says, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'd like to look at that stone under in the microscope. He goes, why? I says, because I cut gemstones. I'm a lapidary. I've been doing it, and I've been studying in gemology for years, and I have, a IGA license. And he's like, oh, really? Yeah, go ahead. So I'm looking at it, and I go, do you know this is glass filled? He goes, what? Now, it was expensive. I says, it's glass filled, and the fish, it didn't fill in all the fishes right, and it left a bunch of bubbles running through it. He's like, are you shitting me? I said, no. Look. And I showed him. He's like, oh, my God. You're right. I said, I have no reason to be lying to you. I said, they do it. They do fill them with glass, and they do color them, and they do, soak them. So this is back. Let me think. I gotta think for a minute. 2004? Yeah, probably 2004. So he's like, wow, I guess you can't sell it for that price, huh? I said, no. So what he did was he looked it up. on his computer. You know who sold it to him? Because they have all that information. All right. And what happened was, well, they only paid like $700 for the ring. He looked it up, and he was talking to me because he knows I know the cost of stones and stuff. And he's like thinking about it, right? And he weighed the gold, and it was like, I can't remember how many grams. It was like 7.5, 8 grams, something like that in gold. Now, the market price back then for gold was not what it is today, And so he took a ripping. And I told him, I says, well, if you give me the stone, I says, I'll take it home and I can cut you a real one. I mean, it's not going to be very expensive, but I can cut you a real one. He's like, you let me do that? I said, yeah. Really? I said, yeah. So it was a nice stone. It wasn't the best in the world, it had some fissures in it and stuff, from nature. And the way that I cut the stone and faceted it, I faceted with 56 facets. And then I did a double facet along the ring. And what it does is it causes protrusion in the stone. So when the refraction comes off of it, you don't, unless you're looking down inside of it through, a magnifier, a scope, you'll never see them. So you get all the brilliance of it, but you don't see what's hidden in it, and it takes a while to do it. So I brought the stone back to him, and he's like, "That's a nice stone." I said, "Now take a look at it." And he looked at it, and he's seen all the silk, because real stones have silk in it. It looks like silk lines, and that's how you know a real stone. Now, that's unheated. When you heat it, right, it fuses the stone together. You superheat it and it fuses the stone, and what it does is it takes all of the junk out of it, and there might be very minor little things in there, but it's like when you're casting pots, and you're putting them in a crucible, like clay, and you're just fusing everything together. And he was appreciative, and I didn't even charge him to do it. And that was to my benefit. He paid for the stone for me, but I didn't charge him for doing it, I got a lot of business from him, specialty cuts. I got a lot of business from him. A lot of business. Just cutting stones for him. I don't know how many stones I ever cut for him. Probably 200 or 300 stones, probably somewhere in there. And that's a lot, from one person. Because I didn't do it all the time. I just did it, as a sidekick. And I've done some around here. I've done a few stones for people around here. I just don't. It bothers my neck to stay hunched down like that, and it bothers my shoulders and my back and everything. So it takes a long time for me to sit down. So if I do something, I just do weird faceting or whatever. I just do it, You like them? They nice? I'm glad you like them, hon. Is there any treats in there? It's true. They do. So I remember where I came from, and I remember what people have done for me. And when I do something, people say, how in the hell can he afford to do that? Well, first off, I cut stones. Second off, I know people. So, there you go. Oh, geez. I'll give you for instance. This is a book. If you ever want to learn about gemstones, This is a gemstone, right? Gemstones of the world. It tells you anything that you want to know about a gemstone, right? What it is, what the hardness is, what country it comes from, when it was found, what its hardness level is, what its refractive index is. It tells you, what the axes are, because different stones have an axis. So they might be hard on this axis, but they're weak on this axis. Tells you anything that you want to know about any kind of stone, anywhere in the world. How they cut it, how they go about it. So what I do is, because, when these are all the different types of cuts that they have as a reference. Some of them I've never even seen cut, but most know your brilliant cuts, your rose cuts, your kabuki cuts, your princess cuts, right? Stuff like that. But this book tells you everything that you want to know about any stone. Crown jewels. See this? This is a crown jewel, right? But this isn't a ruby. But it looks like a ruby, but it's not. It's a spinel. It's a very expensive spinel, right? And what a lot of people don't know is, like Russia and England, their spinels and their rubies, they came from China. Now, back in the day, I'll tell you a little quick story. Back when the Tsar of Russia had to have the crown made, they had sent somebody all the way to China to get it. And, back then, the Chinese emperor, they didn't just let things go. They didn't let it go. It had to be somebody important. It had to be an important reason for it. So those are very particular stones, and they were cut a very particular way. Because back in the old days, they didn't have the sophistication and the cutting devices that they have today. And not anybody had something accessible. The reason why I haven't been doing them is because years ago I sold my other lap. I had another lapping setup. It was beautiful. It was $1,500. I had everything, all calibrations. I had all the collars, and I had an auto feed for the water, and then below I had a filtration system to where the water would come back through. I did all that, magnifying glasses and the whole works, right? It was beautiful. But, like other things in my life, it's no longer here. I got a cheap one that I bought and put together, and, I could do freelance stuff on it, but I can't do precise cuts. But I've been looking at doing it again, but, if it ain't worth my time and I can't recoup the money from it, then there's no sense in me getting back into it. You know what I mean? And the biggest thing is my body being able to deal with it. But I've been thinking about it, for special things, special times, special people, I don't cut a stone just to cut the stone. I don't cut stones just to cut stones. I cut them for a reason, for a purpose, for a love. And unless you understand that, it could all sound like bullshit to you. But that's me. Because I put a lot of time and love in. I'm looking at the stone, right? So when you're looking at a stone, it's like looking at a coin, right? When you look at a coin. Now, if I didn't tell you what this coin was, right? And you seen the back side. Now, you got to know if that's cool looking or not, right? Or that it needs to be clean. But the minute I tell you that this is an 1890 Carson City, you perk right up, you get all wet inside and butterflies and ready to go to the bank and buy it. Because you understand what it is now. But that changes the whole projection of everything. Well, with a gemstone, it's like this. So Somebody said, "Oh, you can make an eyeball out of that, Rev." Well, they don't understand how much that stone's worth, right? When it's cut. All right. So once I take all this host rock off of here, because we know how fat it is, right? And we know it comes to a tip. So I can estimate how big of a stone I can get out of it, right? Sometimes I can estimate maybe, 40%. I might get 40% out of this big chunk. I might. And then once I get all of this off, then I really got to look at it. Right? And then I got to look, is there any fishes in there? Is there any water pockets in it? Any fracture spots? Because when you're wearing it, and you clack something, it can easily break. So then I got to think about, what can it go in? What's the best safety for it? There's a lot of things that's involved in a stone. Do I cut it elongate to get the most out of it? Do I cut it round? What do I do with it? So there's a lot that's in there. And sometimes when you look at stones, it's like this one. Now, if you had this in your hand, okay, now this is abalone, and abalone is expensive too. Good abalone. This is abalone, right? Now, if you could take a little time and you could look at this, you can see right there's a lion, right? And then if you turn it just right, you'll see a dragon. And then if you turn it another direction, you see the ocean. It's weird what you see when you're looking at stones like this, And the more you look at stones, the more you understand that. You're not just creating a stone for stone. You're seeing something of importance in it. And if that importance is to you, and somebody else can also see that, they can take pleasure in it. Because it's rare. Like I have a stone I showed, I think, a few weeks back. And I showed it to my uncle. I said, "Have you ever seen a leaf embedded in a stone?" He goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, a leaf. There's a leaf in this stone." Nah, come on, Rap. Well, it's a tourmaline. And it's a watermelon tourmaline. Watermelon tourmaline is a type of tourmaline, right? And I whipped it out and I showed it to him. He says, "Wow, I've never seen it." I said, "This is the only one I've ever seen in my life. And I've cut a lot of tourmaline." He said, "It's the only one I've ever seen." So it makes it extremely rare. Because you could see it. Everybody can see it, right? And it's perfect. So that's how I cut gemstones. I cut them because there's something in it that I see is beautiful. And you'll find a lot of lapidaries, gem cutters, and gemologists. They look for all the same things, or similar things. It's a passion, just like coin collecting. It's a passion. And don't let anybody else tell you, "Oh, well, that's an ugly freaking coin." Okay, is it? And they skip out and they miss out on it, right? And then you buy it. And then 5 years down the road, when there is no more of them, and you can't find them, or they become harder to find, and the price escalates, and you paid $100 or $200 or $300 for it, and now it's worth $1,000 or $2,000. Who's the fool? I mean, that's just the way it goes. Some things are risky business, and you got to understand the risk. And then you get the stackers, right? So the stackers, they stack differently. They'll stack constitutional coins, and then they'll stack, pure silver stuff. And it doesn't matter. You're still stacking. What you stacking for? I don't know. An emergency. Jesus coming. It ain't gonna matter if Jesus comes. Because you're gonna say whatever. It is what it is. So, you're stacking for emergency. Hey, you want to make a hedge? Fine. If everything went to crap, yes. and you got a little something to barter with or whatever. I can see that. You know, so you got to be smart about that. Okay. I heard word, and I want to let you all know this. I heard word that they may change what a penny and a nickel's made out of, and maybe even a dime. But definitely a penny and a nickel, because it's costing the U.S. Mint almost triple to make a penny. So they're thinking about changing, the material. Now, one thing that I know when they change materials is if they don't study meteorology very well and they make the dyes wrong and they don't make the dyes right, there's going to be a lot of problems. Problems in many different areas. One, will it hold up? Two, will it stamp right? Three, how many errors will come out on it? I don't know. Here's the thing about aluminum. There's some high grade aluminum, like aircraft aluminum. It's strong, but it costs a lot of money to make that stuff. So unless they got ins with somebody, or, I don't know. I don't know how they would do it. I mean, they could do it out of aluminum, but there's a problem with aluminum, and here it is. Aluminum oxidates, right? And when it oxidates, it can be toxic. It's not the same as copper. It's not the same as steel. It's not the same as gold or silver. So, they're going to have to probably plate it somehow, is what I was thinking. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. But there is a lot of different types of metals that they can do. I don't know what the cost of iron would be, to make them out of iron. And then, there's many different avenues that they can take. We'll see what they come up with, but, it's risky. But as a collector, bring it on. I hope it fails and they go back to what they were doing. That way I'll collect all them and store them away and I'll be good. But, it's just on the brink of things. So I just keep your heads up. There was also somebody, I don't know if it was Coin World or where I heard it. I take it with a grain of salt. Something about $50. Maybe they're thinking about not making $50 anymore. But, $50 have been around for a long time. A long time. So, I don't know. I think you'd have every $50 collector on this side of the world just pissed. So, I don't know. I don't think people would be so mad about pennies and nickels, but no, I don't have a Rockwell tester. I know what it is. If you're making knives, then, I could understand using a Rockwell tester. Anything like that, And they do use, whether it's, 58 or 62 or whatever. I don't know how they do that. I know that they're tested like that, I know that metals are tested like that. They test gemstones too like that, They do crush gemstones, Different ones. Oh, yeah. I've seen it done. I've done it a few times with 20-ton press. Oh, yeah. I like destroying things too. Just because I can. I was trying to get in this rock one time, because the host rock for corundum, or whether it's ruby or sapphire or whatever, right, is always ugly. And then sometimes you got to bust through it to find the good stuff on the inside. And I was busting through some stuff. Yeah, I busted through it all right. I busted that whole rock all over the whole garage. It was fun. Have you guys ever seen a ruby and its host rock? Have you guys ever seen that before? A ruby and a host rock? If you haven't, I'll show you one. You got one right here. This box. I think it's in this box. Yeah, right here. Right here. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you two things so that you know that I'm not bullshitting you. All right. So when you look at this rock, you see this? That's a ruby. It's octahedron, right? So it's like an octafoil. Right? See it? It's a ruby. It's a real ruby right there. Pretty cool, huh? That's its. This is called a host rock, right? And this is the ruby. Now, remember I was telling you about splitting rocks? Yes. Remember I was telling you about splitting rocks? See the rock? See the rock? See it? You guys see this rock? See the little ruby? See that little itty bitty ruby right there? That little itty bitty thing? This is going to blow your mind. See it? Now I'm going to blow your mind. So I said, well, I wonder if there's anything in it. So let's take the top off. There it is. There's a ruby on the inside of the rock. See? I knew I had to show it to you because you'd never believe me. And you'd always be wondering if Reverend Bob was pulling your leg. And I'm not. There it is. Right there. There's a ruby. And what they do with the ruby is they take this ruby, depending on the color, because that's kind of dark, and then they superheat it. And then once they superheat it, it changes the structure on the inside. And then they come out like this. Which, let me get a little more white on this subject here. And I'll take it out of the case so you can see. God, this thing is so slippery. God have mercy. There you go. There it is. There's your ruby. When they superheat it, it comes out like this. So, like this. Take top off. You get a little ruby in there. Pretty cool, huh? I used to show kids this stuff, because they get a kick out of that. Yeah. Well, you're never going to know something unless somebody teaches you. And I'm a firm believer in that. a firm believer that we can learn a lot of different things, not just coins. Look at my rubies. Ain't they beautiful? You see how them ones glow? They're Burmas or Marimar. I know I cut them. Yeah. Takes a while. So, that's my little lesson on gemstones. At least the El Rubiola. You know, you can buy rubies unheated. I mean, heated ones, you know, for a good price, you know, reasonable price. But you got to be careful. You got to know who you're buying from. That's the biggest thing. Because some of them will trick you. Hey, what's up, Paul? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. CLMK. That's a good question. I'm going to show you what made me think there was. Let me pull it back out and I'll show you. So when you study rocks and you learn from different people, they tell you that sometimes there's, well, you know, there was a bigger rock. I don't know, the rock must have been that big. So I had, you know, different, you know, stones that I got out of it. I don't know. I got, like, see this one here? See how it's not cut yet? But you can tell it's got nice color. See it? So this will be a pinkish one. Now, if I had it heated, then it would turn red, like the other ones, right? So one of these came. I used to have a bunch. I don't know what I did with them. I got a lot of gemstones. So, and they're not all here. So, after a while, you understand host rocks and how host rocks work, and you watch people and people learn and they teach you how to chip rocks and how to bang rocks and stuff. And the one thing is you always look on the outside of the rock. And if you look on the outside of this rock, do you see this little itty bitty one sticking in here? Do you see that? That little itty bitty ruby? I said, well, that's a pretty big honker, right? And I was looking, and there was like a little bitty crack, right? I'm like, maybe there's something in there. So I just hit it, and when I did, it popped off. And voila, there it is. So I got lucky. Really, I did. I got lucky. Lucky. But it is cool, right? I mean, you got to admit. And, you know. But as far as gemstones are concerned, I love them. I think they're beautiful. I'll never have enough bling on me. Never. I thought about taking a Morgan dollar sometime. You know, an old Morgan dollar. And making a ring out of it. You know, a big wide ring. And then just encrusting it with a bunch of gemstones. Just pound it down with gemstones. Because I love them. And I don't like no woman to bling more than me. I'm telling you, I'm really jealous like that. I think men should bling too. Men should have more bling. Yeah, I used to wear an earring. I lost it. Mary gave me a 3/4 carat beautiful VVS diamond. Beautiful. D. I lost it. I don't know where it's at. Well, I probably didn't lose it. I probably misplaced it. Yeah, but whatever. It's a stone. Somebody would probably find it if I did lose it. It's a good day for them, I guess. I don't worry about that stuff. I spent most of my life worrying about how much money I can make, how many things I can buy. But when you see a woman or a man or a child. Did I go to lapidary school? I studied with some guys that understood gems. Some, well, pretty famous people. And I went to some of their seminars and some of the mines they own, and I learned a lot. So, we learn from one another. Lapidary is about on the job training. It looks easy, but it's not. I have messed up more stones than you could possibly believe. Yeah. Let me tell you the story about the opal, right? So many years ago, probably 20 years ago, I bought this Lightning Ridge. Well, actually, I bought a lot of Lightning Ridge opals. Okay. I was like, I don't know, 2,500 carats, something like that. Anyway, there's a beautiful stone in there, right? Had beautiful spectrum, all the colors, right? Had a beautiful pattern of red in it, and red and green in it, and had blue and a little bit of purple highlight, right? The problem was the host rock around it, right? And I had to get the host rock off to get to the deep color. But you got bands, right? So when you're cutting an opal, and you can go on YouTube and you can check it all out for yourself and you'll see what I'm talking about. But once you get into that color layer, you got to be careful. And you got to constantly be looking at it and keep water on it, right? And you don't want to be on the wrong stone when you're taking off of the host rock, because you can take off too much. So that, you'll take a little bit, a couple swipes, you'll take it, you wipe it down, you look at it. And then you keep doing that. So it can take days and days and days to do it, right? If you're impatient, don't cut a rock. If you're an impatient person, forget it. Okay? Don't cut stones if you're impatient, because it takes patience on some stones. Now, opal is not a very hard stone. On the Mohs scale, I can't remember what it is. I can look it up in the book, but so I'm cutting the stone, right? And the piece was about maybe that long, and it was about that wide, right? And what I was trying to do in my mind was figure how many stones could I get out of it. What's that? You are a rock whacker, are you, Rob? I'm whacking rocks in my living room. Flat surface, coin stuff. Bucket of sapphire gravel in a bathroom. Paul, you're a trip. You are a trip. I'll never admit it to you, Paul. I plead the fifth. And that's my constitutional right. So there you go. So, where was I at? Oh, so I was looking for the bands, right? And I'm cutting this stone. So here's the problem with cutting stones. There's a point of no return when you screw it up. Okay? Sometimes you just get to a certain color and you just got to say, I'm not playing with it anymore. You just do the finish polishing on it, get the stones out of it you want, and that's it. Because if you don't see the fractures in it, if you're not really paying attention, or you get lazy and you don't scope it, well, somebody was talking to me, right? And I turned like this and I hit that stone. I didn't mean to. And I just tapped that stone and it hit the side of a wheel. So you got this grinding wheel, and it's about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet long. And it has like 3 wheels on this side and 3 wheels on that side. And then you got a dump collar in the middle, right, where your switch is and water, and you got water running it. I guess guys get the gist of it, right? Because when you're cutting opals, it's a little different. Okay, I mean you could do it on a flat lap, but it's a pain in the ass. Okay, I mean you'd have to. You don't want to heat it too much. Opals are a different character, right? So you do it on a round stone. I tapped that stone. Now you got to remember, I already had a couple of days in the stone. A couple of days time, being cautious. And somebody was talking to me, and I went like that, and I whacked that sucker on that stone, and it went all over the room. I wanted to puke. That stone could have brought me easy $600 to $700 without finishing it, because it was that nice. I mean, I had already did most of the hard work, and the colors were there, and oh god, it was beautiful. It just went all over the place. So I kicked the friggin' machine. I was so mad. I kicked the friggin' machine off the bench. And when I did, it ripped the freaking cord right out of the end of it. Not really what I planned on doing. I just figured that it would survive when I kicked it. But, oh my God. I was upset. So it didn't just cost me a stone. It cost me have to take the freaking back off of it, put a new cord in it, and I dented the thing, because it's got, a hood on the top of the wheels. It's just a bad day. But that's what you do when you're learning how to, when you're cutting stones, when you're lapping stones, you just learn. And it costs you money, and sometimes money that you don't have. So it's no different than coin collecting or guitar collecting or chainsaw collecting or whatever you're collecting. When you start getting into it, Jesus, it can be such a pain in the butt. It really can. People say, well, Rev, what the hell's going on with here? Rev, what about, coins? Have you ever got ganked? Yep. Got ganked with them. Got ganked with spoons, silver spoons. Got ganked with China. China. Like blue willow, pink carnival glass, blue carnival glass. Oh yeah, I got ganked. Look. My problem is I was so emotional over everything. I got so emotionally into it that I didn't stop and cool down and think about what I was doing. I didn't stop and think about what I was doing and saying, okay, what are the steps that I need to think about? So, with a gemstone, it's cut, color, carat weight, and Jesus, how many years I've been doing this? Cut, color, and cut, color, carat weight, and Jesus, what the hell are the 4 C's? I'm losing it tonight. I really am. I've been pretty stressed, though. Lady Bravian, I'll tell you. Cut, color, carat weight, and what is the other one? Shit, I forgot. Somebody Google that shit. I can't even remember now. That bothers me. Usually it's right on the top of my tongue. I don't know. Whatever. Even I have those days. See? You're seeing me in one of my old man moments. Maybe I should just give up on it. The hell is it? cut. What is it? Cut. God. I don't know. Cut color. Cut color. Cut color. Clarity and carat weight. There you go. That's it. Yeah. Cut color, clarity, and carat weight. Correct. Thank you. Well, you gave me one of them. Fuck. I don't have one of them days, guys. I don't know why. I'm just stressed about a few things. Yeah, clarity. I should know that, right? Cut the freaking stones. Dumbass. Having one of those old moments. See, even the best can forget shit. Well, I don't know if I'm the best, but probably the best in this area. There ain't very many lapidaries around. Not in Rhode Island. Not guys who have been doing it for a long time. I think there was... I met one other guy. He was really good, too. I mean, this guy's been... He was doing it for like 50 years. I don't even know if he's still around or not, but he was really good. Really, really good. But the problem when you... this is the problem when you cut gemstones. You don't want to get rid of them. You don't want to give them up. They become precious to you. You ask... Look. You ask guys who cut stones, and they'll tell you. Some of them, you're just like, God, I don't want to get rid of it, you know? And then people, they don't want to pay shit. They don't want to pay nothing. You sit out there for days and days and days and cut a stone, and they're like, well, I ain't paying that. Oh, you want me to work for 50 cents an hour for you to get the best deal? Not happening. I'd rather keep a stone. I eat freaking top ramen, but I ain't going to give it away, you know? But now there's reason. You know, when you get into automated systems and stuff like that, that today they cut stones with automated systems. That's different. But they ain't the same as a hand cut because there's always a human error that makes it different. Every gemstone's a little different, just like every coin's a little different. So there's something special to it. Yeah. But I was pretty proud of myself when I cut this one. I was pretty proud of myself. I got some beauties that I cut. I cut I don't know how big that was. I had a smoky quartz that a friend of mine brought me. I can't remember where he found it. But it was huge. It was like big, monstrous thing, right? And I looked at it, right? And I was looking at it, I was wetting it, and I kept looking. I said, oh, there's some big ones in there, right? I mean, because they grow like this. Right? Some of them are single terminated and some are double terminated, some, you know. So I was looking at them in this big cluster, right? And I seen this beautiful one. It was flawless. Flawless. And I cut it. It was like 130 some carats. And I gave it back to him. Because he's my friend, you know. He's like, that's awesome. And I cut it in an odd shape, you know. So they come like this. So I cut a table on the top and I started, you know, cutting all kinds of weird angles. Shit. It was cool. It was really cool. I like this though. It's beautiful. I got a few of them. I got another one over here. This one over here. You guys ready to see this one? Look at that one. Crystal clear, ain't it? That's a beautiful, beautiful one. Double terminated. Beautiful, huh? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Ken? What's up, man? I use crystals for deodorant. Hey, I've heard of people using crystals, like clamshells. For deodorant. I am speechless. I'm just speechless. I suppose you can. I believe you, man. Hey, I ain't judging you. Do whatever you want to do. I ain't judging you. But yeah. So anyway, it looks like I did not get to the auction, huh? Whatever. I don't care. You guys don't want no auction anyway, right? We'll do it Sunday. Yeah? You guys don't want to do an auction tonight, right? I mean, I can. I just don't feel like doing it for very long. But I got stuff. I could do an auction or not do an auction. It don't matter to me. Hell, maybe can't do an auction. You guys are probably saying, "You all right, Rev? You okay?" Yeah, I'm fine. What you doing? I mean, I know. Lady Braven asks me ahead of time all the time. Now, let me tell you what a pain in the ass I am. She'll go, "All right, what are we gonna do on what are we gonna do on Sunday?" And I go, "I don't know. Haven't thought yet. I got enough stuff, I mean, I got some wicked cool stuff, but I just gotta know, what you guys want. That's important, you know. It is important to me, you know, because I could not sell one thing and it wouldn't bother me either, because they're mine. I own them, right? Except, hey, except this. I know you guys want this, huh? Does this make you all fuzzy inside? Huh? Yeah. This is somebody that's not in this chat right now. Eric Bell. Now, Eric Bell, I'm going to talk about him because he's not here. He loves Morgans. So, it would be rude of me to sell this coin without him being present. I'm just saying. Because I would probably never hear the end of it. Especially at Carson City, he would be pissed at me. Don't think so? I think so. So, I will save it till Sunday so I can save a friend. Yeah, save yourself, save a friend, save the coin, right? I know he would be because he loves Morgans. Because it's a fight. Okay? Look, he ain't playing around. If you think that Eric Bell is playing around, he isn't. Not when it comes to Morgans, and he's constantly learning too. He may not say a whole lot, but he's constantly watching, learning too. And he knows. But when it comes to these beautiful, delicious, lovely, succulent, beautiful coins like this, Proof 70 DCAM, PCGS, I ain't waiting around. But I'm going to put them in a box too. I'm going to do some boxes for them too. Eric's a great guy. he deserves it. Yeah, he is. He's very spot on. He works hard. And that's why, he can come into my auction and he can bid on my stuff. I'll let him go 2-3 weeks, whatever he needs to do to pay for his stuff. I don't worry about him. You know what I mean? There's certain people in the family, I don't even question whether I'm getting paid. Okay? I don't. And you know who you are. I don't have to say your names. And probably most of you are already in the chat anyway. I know it. But there's a couple, you got to earn that right. And Can will tell you too, you got to earn the right to have that leniency with people. Because it's my dollars on the line too. I still own the stuff, irregardless. But still, Lady Breathing, she's got to go back in and reformat everything. And there's a lot more to what you guys don't see in these streams from the people that are behind the scenes that are taking all those notes and doing all that hard work. Can I tell you, it's a lot of work. And then you got to get them all together and you got to package them all up and you got to make sure they're secure. And then you got to go down to the post office. There's a lot of work involved in loving people. And that's what you do. It's called the labor of love. So, finding good guys that are willing to do that and bring you some stuff and teach you some stuff. People don't get it. We ain't the slam hammers, that are just trying to make a bunch of money and whatever. That's not what we're about. And I think that a lot of you guys already know that. Hey, we joke around, we laugh. Sometimes we'll start off to do one thing, and then next thing you know, we're off in another freaking ball field somewhere. We're supposed to play baseball, but now we're playing soccer. You know what I mean? And we don't even know how we got the soccer ball, but that's what we ended up playing. And I like that. Because that feels more family-like. It's just like when my uncle comes over here. God. I love my uncle. But he loves coins too. And it's my fault. And I know it's my fault. But it bonds us in a specific way. Because not everybody will understand what we do and why we love each other and why we like to talk to each other and why we like this specific people to teach us something. Because we find value in it. We find interest in it. We educate ourselves, and we know that the things that we're finding and we're learning and that we're buying are real. They're real things. And you can't put a price on a memory. Good or bad. We could spare ourselves the bad memories, but we can't put a price on a memory. And those special people that come into our lives. And they're given to us by whatever reason. So, there's a lot more to it. You could say, oh, wow, that's a good sales pitch, Rev. It's not a sales pitch. It's the truth. And you guys know it's the truth. And people say, well, how come there ain't a lot more people in your stream? Well, first off, I do things my way. I'm not Mr. Free-for-all. I believe that when people come to my stream and they want to do good things for other people, right? Because we all know how I work. I do a lot of charities and stuff. I think that they should get some freebies. Why not throw some freebies in their box? They're the one buying stuff, right? And they're putting out all the effort. Well, people say, yeah, but the other people give freebies. And sometimes I do. And can I tell you, if I want to give some stuff away and people want to just have free stuff, I'll send stuff to Can, Spray Can, whoever. And they can give that stuff away to whoever they choose. That's not how I want to do it here. Okay? It's not that I'm not still doing that. It's not what I want to do here. What I want to do here is I want to teach, I want to educate, I want to hang out, have fun, talk about anything I want to talk about, right? And when I have my auctions, I want to be able to give a little bit back to them people, because they're really helping me for the causes that, you know, are in my best interest for us to help people out there in need. That's me. That's me. And don't compare me to this guy or that guy. Maybe we're very similar, in the way that we inspire people and we love people and we counsel people or we teach people. But the foundation in which we do it for is maybe just a little bit different. And I think you guys know that. Although we all get along, I mean, we might have a little spouts and a little differences between ourselves. We'll iron it out. We'll figure it out. Like any family, that's the way it is. Get over it. But I don't worry about numbers. God gives me who he thinks I need in my life. The other ones, they won't be here. And people respect me for being honest. And that's that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't anybody leave, because somebody has to get with a spray can. Hold on. I just thought of this. I don't know how I just thought of it, but I did. Somebody has to give their address to spray can. Hold on. Esther, do me a favor. Send an email to Spray Can with your address, please. He's having one of those old fart moments. Okay? Hey, Esther, Spray Can's having an old fart moment. I have them, so I know how they are. So I'm just letting you know. Send me an email with your address, please. I know. I don't know how I remembered that. In the middle of all that, I don't know how I remembered it, but I did. So, let's get on to some guitar stuff. How's that? You guys want to know a little bit about guitar stuff? I don't know if anybody in here likes guitars, but I'm going to hit on that too. After I have a piece of licorice, that, by the way, somebody's going to get mad at me for eating this. Lady Braven does not like black licorice. Don't look at me that way. So, let me show you what I picked up. I picked up a few pedals. A couple of them came in. I'm going to show you. If you don't like it, tough. I'm going to show you anyway. So, I got a couple of pedals in, and I wanted to try them out. Because, oh shit, can't even open them up. Oh, here we go. So, a couple of my friends, they're pedal whores, right? Pardon my French. But they're all about pedals. Pedals. I mean, they got so many pedals, I don't even know what they're doing, right? I'm not really a big pedal freak when it comes to guitars. But, and I know you guys probably not want to hear this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So they had this one, it's called, comes in a nice box too. It's called Sonic Cake. See? Sonic Cake. Got a couple different settings on it. I don't know what the hell it does. I have no clue. It's called Sonic Cake. And I picked it up. I think it was $30. which is pretty reasonable, for a pedal. But what I thought was really cool about this company that makes them is they give you some information on it, what it is. And this is a digital reverb pedal. It's called Sonic Cakes. Okay. They give you a 3M so that you can put it on your, pedal board. And then it's pretty cool. So you just put this on here and you stick it to your pedal board. And so anyway, I got it because it's a digital reverb. Something different. I didn't have one. Got a good buy on it. So I'm doing it. I'll test it out one day downstairs. But I can tell you what day it isn't going to be. It isn't going to be today. So anyway, Sonic Cake. It's a freaky name for pedals. And then this here, I'll show you what this is. So I figure out, here it goes. So this is what they call a looper box. And you're going, what the hell is he talking about? Well, you got dual lines, right? So you got dual lines for your loopers. And you click them on, click them off. You bypass them, whatever. And these lights tell you which ones are which and so on and so forth. So you got out, and then you got return, and then you got in and send. Got a pretty nice little snapper on it. The only thing I don't like about this, they come with no instructions. So I guess it figures that I should know what it is when you buy it. Whatever. I paid $25 for it, so I ain't mad. So, a couple new pedals. For what? I have no clue why I bought them. I just bought them, right? You ever have those ones you just buy shit, right? I was looking at them, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. No clue. I mean, I know what a digital reverb is. So, I don't know. I got it anyway. Where do I get my white sticker and Kool-Aid? Huh? What the hell does that mean? I'm a little lost on that. What does that mean? What does that mean? Hola, Bastalos. What does that mean? I'm lost. Asher, can you tell me what that means? Where do I get my white stickers and Kool-Aid? I don't get it. I'm lost. I'm like, shoo. It just flew over the cuckoo's nest. I'm just saying. I don't know. Somebody went, what? Man, don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm eating liquor. Oh. No. What? I'm out with. I'll eat the whole damn bag. Hey, look, if we all went to a party, and we had a big party, and I had a whole bowl of this, guess what? I'll still have a whole bowl of it. Because none of you guys will be eating it. So I'll be good. I buy a little small bowl of red licorice because you probably all love that, and buy a big bowl of black licorice. And I know there's still going to be some left over, and I know you're not going to want to take it with you. Who's smart now? That's right. Oh, you want the truth? I'm going to give you the truth. You know what you do? When you know you have a bunch of guests over, right? And you know that you're going to have a cookout. You have the cooler that you leave in the house in a certain room for yourself of the good beer. And then you buy all the cheap beer for everybody else. What? They come over for a free burger, right? And they come over for hot dogs or whatever. So you already provided that. You think they're going to get the good beer? Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm cheap that way. Good beer is expensive. It's like $15 a six-pack. Not happening. You know why? Because they just like it's nothing. They have no finesse about it. A good beer, you need to enjoy it. I believe that. Whether you drink it 1 or 4 or 5, whatever you're drinking, you should enjoy it. It should be pleasurable. Not just you're trying to catch a damn buzz, right? So when you invite my family over, man, you better buy cheap stuff. Because they just... My uncle? God bless my uncle, but he can suck them down, boy. I mean, they're gone. Just like that. And he's a pro. He's a pro drinker. I mean, like, look, I'll be honest with you guys. I have some pro drinkers in my family. My grandmother, I don't know a man. Still today, I don't know a man that could outdrink her. Period. I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but, you know, my grandmother was 100% Irish. Well, my grandmother Cottrell was. Yep. She was 100% Irish. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Now, contrary to your belief, when you see me, I got black, brown hair, dark brown eyes, right? I can show you baby pictures where I had blonde hair and blue eyes when I was younger. And as I got older, my hair turned dark brown and dark brown eyes. I don't understand. I think the Burdick side of me just took over. I don't know. Whatever. My grandmother's Indian in me came out. My other grandmother. So, whatever. Is what it is. But anyway, get back to my grandmother. Boy, she could suck them down, boy. Wow. Oh, yeah. My dad was here. He'd tell you. He'd tell you how it used to be with me. And hey, we tried my grandmother one night, right? We're playing cribbage. I don't know if you guys know what cribbage is, right? But we're sitting down and playing cribbage, right? My grandmother used to whoop. I think she was cheating, right? I couldn't prove it, but man, I couldn't see anybody that could count cards fast as her. I mean, she'd have 52, 54, 56, 58, pairs 10, pairs 12, and a dozen, and boom. Next thing you know, she's around. I'm like, how the hell do you count that fast? And the whole time she's like, oh, you can have another beer. Yeah, getting a slop. That's what she used to do. So we wouldn't catch her. Yeah. Pay a penny a point, right? So every hole, you pay a penny a point. So when you get all the way down, depending on whether you're doing double runs or whatever, 120 or 280, whatever. It was weird. Or whether you was playing partners. Yeah. Loved her. I don't drink that much either, to be honest with you. Once in a while, like the other night I was screaming, I had a beer, whatever, but I'm just not a big drinker anymore. I like coffee, I like vitamin waters, and orange juice, and stuff like that. That's just me. Can would be proud of me. I actually ate a big fat salad last night. I mean, I showed Lady Braven too. I have proof, by the way, can. I don't know what it was. My body said, no, you need a salad. So I told Mary, I said, go to the store and get salad stuff. And that's what I ate. It's weird how my body acts like that, but yeah, I had a nice salad. It was good. Well, I enjoyed it. That's how I get, though. Sometimes I just want to eat salad for a week. Now, I care less about meats or anything like that. It does, whatever. It's not me. And then other weeks, I just want to eat meat. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't get my body. So, I guess maybe I want to have 1 foot in one world and 1 foot in another world. Who knows, right? But yeah. I'm weird like that. I could take stuff or leave it. I just, I don't know. It's just like that. I'm like that. Hey, you guys want to see something cool? Let me get off that subject. You guys want to see something cool? Probably not. I don't give 2 rats' asses, but I'm going to show you anyway. Shoot. In the white room with black curtains at the station. So, if you remember, I said when you're cutting opals, you want it wet, right? All right, well. I can't really show you guys this, huh? Fuck. This is the bitch about opals. But can you guys see this opal? Opals are tricky. I mean, if he was here, I could show you, but this is actually a really beautiful opal. God, I can't get the highlights in there, though. But if you could see it underneath that, oh, God, it's beautiful. I mean, this one here has got reds in it. It's just too bad I can't. I guess that was a shitty fucking way of showing you guys. Sorry. I swore. I get mad. I get mad when I can't show my opals. Now you heard me swear. Somebody's going to say something. Oh, God. Oh, Rev swore. Oh, my God. The world's coming to an end. Blaspheming. Get on your knees. Pray for 40 hours. No, because I know what the word means. The only swearing that I'm doing is when I was to do something else, and I won't do it. So, anyway. So, don't bust my beans. But anyways, these are all opals. They're all opals. That one right there is a jelly opal. I like them. Anyway, at least you're seeing Reverend Bob is real, right? Yeah, I'm a real person. I do real things. I mess up like everybody else. Anyway, I was happy to see the song you put up. Can't. Oh, nice. Tough. It's tough. The light has to be inside. Yeah, I know, and you can't never get that real good look. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do it with one of these. Let me see if I can do it with one of these. I'm going to try something. I'm trying to teach. See that line that goes across that gemstone? That's how you know a gemstone's cut good, by the way. See that line, traveling line? Do you guys see that traveling line? It tells you that it's a really nice stone. Oh, yeah. Oh, it gives me cold chills when I do that. Baby. Look at that. Ain't that succulent delicious? Like, I just want to take a bite out of it. Think it's beautiful? Save your money, baby, because I got a box of them. And they're all certified. Save your money there, Paul. Yeah. Get rid of all them junky ones and get yourself. Don't worry, Paul. I got boxes of rocks too. Trust me. I'll show you. Have you guys ever seen green opals? Synthetic opals. Yeah, there's synthetic opals. There's doublets and triplets, and there's all kinds of stuff. Would you guys like to see green opals? Would you like to see some? Right here on this channel, right now? Would you like to see some green opals? Yes, there is green opals too. Okay. Where are you? Where are you, Mr. Green Opal? Mr. Green Opal. Green Opal. Oh, that's tiger eye. I can show these, I suppose, too. I like to really care. Oh, that's Jasper. They might want to see that. Let's see. There is it. Oh, maybe this. Oh, ah! Oh, oh. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right. Give you a little class. All right. Now, so you say to yourself, hey, what's up, MDM? So you say to yourself, well, stones look beautiful. And they're so magnificent. And I love them. I just like to eat them. Well, not like this. So, these are apple green opals. Apple green. This is an apple green opal. Hunk of chunk of love. Apple green opal. Let me turn my light on. And as you can see, I have a whole bag of them. See? Apple green opal. How many carats in there? 2,268 carats in this bag. Shut up. Apple green opal. This is 2,000 carats of blue opals. Okay? So these are blue. Wow, I got all kinds of blue. There's a lot of variations of blue opals. Just want to let y'all know. So, There's lots of variations of blue opals. So, shoot. I'll take a few out, and I'll show you the different variations of blue opals. Okay. All right. So, these are blue opals. Okay. And they almost look like turquoise, don't they? Right? And then you get the weird ones like this. See? And this one here is really pretty. Kind of looks like a spider got stuck in it, don't it? Looks like a spider got stuck in it. The hell knows a spider could have got stuck in it. But these are blue opals. So now you got to see blue opals. Now, what do we got here in this bag? Okay, this is Ocean Jasper. You're probably saying, what the hell is jasper? That's a damn rock. This is Ocean Jasper. Now, you know jasper because it's got all these little marks in there. You see all those little marks in it? Oh, that looks like a guy's face right there. Look. Look, that looks like a fox. Guy's face. I don't know what that looks like maybe a dog. See it? See that dog right there? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it kind of looks like a ghost face, huh? And a fox. And some kind of dude. Hey, it could be a dude riding a horse. I don't know. See it? I know. Look, I'm a stonehead, right? So, but if you look, jasper has all these little marks. That's your identifiers, right? And that's a pretty cool stone. And I think I'm going to keep that out. And I might do something with that one. But anyway, so any piece of jasper that you find is, relatively the same. They'll have those little marks in it. But this is Ocean Jasper. A bit different, every one of them. But they all will have identifying marks in them. Anyway, that's Ocean Jasper. All right. Next is Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye. Yes, that's true. They're usually they're very solid color, but they're opaque. Opaque. You can't see through them. Some of them you can. Some of them like have it has what's called a glassing effect, right? But they're rare. You don't see a whole lot of that. Fire opal, beautiful. Some fire opals out of Mexico. You can get some fire opals out of Mexico. Oh man, I've seen some that have. It looks like you were looking down in a volcano. Yeah. Now, I'm going to show you something. I just pulled this stone out of that bag, right? This is jasper too. See it? I know it's jasper by looking at it. This is Tiger Eye. Look. This is Tiger Eye. Big old honking piece. How many carats I got? So I only got 1,000 carats of that. But this is jasper. This is beautiful. Some red in there. See that red? Now, let me explain to you something with this rock, because it's best to explain it with this rock. Remember I was telling you about opals, how they got these layers, right? Well, you can see the layers in here. You see how these layer patterns run? Now, this is jasper, right? But I think that's carnelian in there. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, you see how they run, them layers? Well, that does happen in opals too. Yeah, take a look. See how pretty that is? That would polish up to be a nice stone. For a pendant. You see how I'm looking at this right now? So if I flatten this down, I'd still have that red ring around there, right? And I can make a nice pendant out of it. And you're probably saying, oh my God, Rev, you stuck that rock in your mouth and you put your tongue on it? Ew! Actually, it doesn't taste like anything. And actually, real stone hunters, guys who are mining stones, picking it out, that's what they do. If you ain't got no water around, spit on it. Rub that stone. That's how you're going to tell. Would you rather waste spit and get a little bit of it in your mouth? That's the taste of money. Opal guys, they'll go, They'd be having mouth sex with them, okay? I'm just licking it because I want to see the brilliance of the stone. And opal guys, tell you, they do it. Taste the money. Say what you want about me, but I'm the guy with the stones, and you're not. Anyway, a couple different types of gemstones. Thought you might like to see. So, have you guys ever heard of the stone called? Hey, what's up, Emporian? What's going on? What are you guys doing? What are you up to, man? Hey, now, next up, this is something that maybe you guys haven't heard of. Have you ever heard of amber? Have you ever heard of the stone amber? Well, this is Baltic amber. So let me, if I get the thing on the package, this is a piece of Baltic amber. All right. Of course, fun. All right. Let me get this little jelly roll out of here. I call it a jelly roll. Look at this. This is a piece of beautiful amber. Isn't that beautiful? Look. That's a honking stone. That one, that one kind of tastes a little different. Looks like a piece of rock candy, doesn't it? That's an expensive stone. It's expensive. It's 10 grams. Tastes like soap. I got some little baby ambers too. One day I'm going to cut and facet it. Yeah, it is sap. But it's sap that's been, hardened. Beautiful. They make beautiful stones, man. Beautiful stones. Yeah. Baltic amber. Baltic. Yeah. Real stuff. I just wanted to show you that. Whatever. Yeah, it's probably even interesting. Trying to give you some of my love. Damn, I ain't. All right. Oh, so. What's that? I was going to say something. Oh, so, I did some business with some people, and camera had a camera go bad. Like a camera. So, I'm going to have a giveaway. When, I don't know. Maybe it'll be a giveaway for, people who bid on my auctions. Yeah, I'm mean like that. But look at these cameras. And I think they're 1080p cameras too. Cool, huh? They open up, stick them on your thing or whatever. So, they didn't have any box. And he asked me if I wanted them because they didn't have any box. I said, yeah, how much? He goes, no. He says, I'm going to give them to you. And do what you want to do with them. So, I got a couple of them, 2 of them. Actually, I think I got 3 of them. But, so, on one of the streams, I'm going to give one away. I think that's cool. That way you guys can have a camera. I thought it was cool. So, hey, they were giving it to me. Oh. No, you're not. Get out of here. You guys are crazy. Oh. Walnut encrusted toffee. Oh. I wish I could share this with you guys right now, but not really. Wow. This camera's the best. Anyhow, so I'm going to be giving the camera away. Something a little different. Oh, I meant to mention this. So, Emporium Label is having a deal. I don't know why. I don't know if he told you guys or not. So he's having a deal going on. He could better tell you what his deal is. Something about magnets. Good deal. I'm getting some. No? You're not? You don't got no deal? Oh, I thought you had a deal going on. All right. Scrap that. I thought you had some deal going on. Yeah, magnets. I thought you had like a magnet sale, right? Ain't that what you told me? I don't know. Put it up there in the chat. What you got going on? Some kind of. I thought it was a good deal anyway. I think it's great because you can have something made by him, right, for magnets. And then you give it to family and friends. And that way they say, oh, well, I didn't call you because I lost your number. Well, if you give them a freaking magnet, they can put it on the damn refrigerator. Oh, really? Well, did you go to the refrigerator and look at the magnet? Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, don't give me no excuse that you lost my number. I don't want to hear it. So what is he doing? Yeah, that's right. Don't mess with me. You got my email because I sent it to you on a magnet. You got my phone number because I sent it to you on a magnet. Simple as that. Tell me that ain't cool thinking. Huh? Oh. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be a spokesperson or anything, but I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Oh, I got some coming too. Yeah. Come on. You get magnets for the same price as a sticker? Please. Hey, I'm not telling you guys to do it. I'm just saying. Think about it. Okay. So, you get all these people that say, oh, I lost your number. Oh, I lost your email. So, you get something with a set of roses, something simple on it, right? Something simple. I'm sure he's not going to charge you arm and leg for that. You know, just something simple. You know? Hell, it could be a dog turd. It wouldn't matter. I'm sure you'd put it on there if you want a dog turd on there, right? And have your name and your address on it, right? Or have a bull and then a turd. Yeah. A bull, a turd, and then a me underneath it, right? So don't bullshit me, right? Here's my number. That's so funny. Come on. You guys should be laughing about that. He could probably do up 50 sets like that. You know what I mean? 50 different people should get that magnet for sure. I think you could just run them in bulk and put them on a website, and he could make all kinds of money off that. Have don't and a bull, and then a piece of poop, and then a me. Here's my number. And then have your phone number, your email. Come on. I'm telling you right now, I bet you would sell them. I bet you would sell them. Look, if you can't, I bet I can sell them. But I want all the copyrights to it. Oh my God. Really? I think it would be funny. I'm sorry. I do think it would be funny. Oh my God. Think about it. Really? You could have like somebody's name on top, right? You know, whatever your name is in the chat. So you'd have Reverend Robert Cornell, and then don't, and then a bull, and a turd, and a me underneath it, right? Here's my number. And then you can have your number. Oh my God. I'm losing it. I think it's funny. Oh my God. Oh, I snorkeled. You guys didn't catch that. There you go. So read that. It's a good idea. I think you should, he's a good guy. I want to let you know. Look at this hairdo. Oh my God, I look like a freaking freak. Look at this hair. My hair looks terrible. Oh my God. What am I going to do with myself? Put my hat back on. Okay, so, whether he likes it or not, because I don't care, because I'm not going to listen to him because I'm older than him. So I'm the boss. Oh, do I need to change my hat? Okay, let me change my hat for the moment. Okay, so even my hat says I'm the boss, right? So Emporium Label is having a baby. Okay, now I know you guys didn't know this, but he's kind of down low, but I don't care. He told me, so I'm gonna blab my mouth. So he's having a baby. So what I want to do is in a couple weeks, okay, right around the first something, I want to have a little baby shower, uh, coin auction one Sunday for him. Okay, and what we do is any money that I make over the cost of my items, I'm gonna send it to him for his baby, a little baby shower. Okay, for Emporium. Okay, that's what I'm doing, and I don't care if he likes it or not, because I told him he ain't gonna stop me. What are you gonna do? Come beat me up? I got more guns than you, so he ain't messing with me, and he loves me anyway, so I know he wouldn't do it. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do here in a few weeks. I'm gonna have a little baby shower for him and his wife. God bless him, because she's gonna have to take some time off work, and he's gonna have the daddy duties, and we need to do something nice for the babies, right? That's what we do. That is what we do, right? We can do things that are nice for our family too. I'm not just helping the people here in my area or whatever. He's a family member. He gives good deals to people, right? He takes care of people, Hey, it's only the right thing to do. And by God, if we do something nice for him, maybe we'll get better discounts on our stuff later on. See, there is a motive behind Rev. No, really, I am. I'm going to do it because I want to do something nice. Yeah, really. What are you doing? Are you doing artwork there, Paul? So anyway, I want to do that. Help him with his baby. Because look, baby stuff. Come on, guys. Come on, you guys in the chat know, okay? We're all a bunch of old farts, right? We know baby stuff cost a lot of freaking money, okay? Look, it ain't like the old days where, my mom used to wash my diapers, right? You poop in them. She goes, boom, in the garbage, and then she throws it, and then she washes them. Now they're like all pretty. Oh, we got to go get the pretty Pampers, with Winnie the Pooh on them, and they only poop in them one time, and you go, poing. And how many times do you change a baby's diapers in a day? 3, 4, 5, 6 times? That gets expensive. So, hey, I know. I wiped a lot of butts. A lot. Not that I'm proud of it, but I have done it. I didn't run away. I wasn't a male runaway. Yeah, there's a lot of male runaways. Oh my God, I can't touch that. That's a turd. Oh, it's shocking. Back, you evil thing. Back. Man, I have been peed in the eye, peed in the nose, peed in the mouth, peed in my ear. I've been pooped on, puked on. Man, forget that. And I get it. Okay? So, what better family could you have than one that prepares you for that? Oh, yeah. Yep. You're a gemologist. Maybe you can answer me this question. I looked up on the internet to try to confuse you. Okay, what is it? Is it legal for me to sell older diamonds that are 100 years or older passed down through the family, or don't want blood diamonds? Look, anything that's in the United States, are these diamonds in a setting, Mr. Jones? Now, look, tell you a little bit about diamonds. The new diamonds today that are cut, like from De Beers or whatever, certain diamond cutters put a microscopic, and you can't even see it unless you have the right microscope number in them. Okay? Microscopic number for each diamond. Now, once they're cut, it's kind of hard to tell if they're a blood diamond or not. Remember that. Okay? So, remember that. Once they're cut diamonds, it's almost impossible to tell, that they were blood diamonds. If they're rough diamonds and they're in a bag, anybody could have those diamonds. Blood diamonds are generally something that you got caught, smuggling across. Okay? There's no lineage to them. But if you had something passed down to you, then you're fine to sell them. You shouldn't have any problem, And if you don't want them and I can buy them cheap, then I'll buy them from you. Yeah. Absolutely you can. There's no problem with that. The blood diamonds are just, when you get caught with them in bulk, right? Pre-cutting, you can get in trouble for them. That's years ago. But now, it's almost impossible. Almost impossible. The whole blood diamond thing and all of that came from De Beers, because De Beers corners the market on diamonds. Know that. They buy the best. They have the mines. They have the money. But that doesn't mean that you have blood diamonds. There'd have to be some proof of that. Otherwise, find a species of diamond. Oh, that diamond came from here. Now, there's only a few places that certain colors come from. So, like if you had a natural blue diamond, or a natural red diamond, or a natural yellow diamond, and they were in the rough, then they probably came from Africa. And if they're in the rough, it would depend on the size of them, because they understand all that stuff. So, just let you know. Okay, I had to sneeze. Whew, I feel better now. It's hard to tell. Pretty much you'd have to get caught red-handed, Mr. Jones. Like buying on a market that's black market. They track you. But most of your raw diamonds and things like that, you're going to find them on a secondary market that has a paper trail. And there's no problem. Because mostly everybody today, they don't do that anymore, because the African people, right, they have their own ministries and their own setups now, to where they have so many people working for them. It's people working for people, and there's so many intermediates that everybody's getting paid, so there's not a large number of that going on. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. And if you're scared and you're shitting in your boots and you don't know, like I told you, I'll buy them off you cheap. I hate cutting diamonds, but if they're already cut, somebody already cut them. And if they're in America, somebody already has a lineage behind them, and they already knew what they were if they're cut diamonds. Okay? So I wouldn't worry too much about it. But be careful where you sell them. You know what I mean? Just be careful where you sell them. No. I doubt very highly that you have anything like that. It's very rare. Generally, I'll tell you a little story. Most of the bloodstones, they go to jewelers, okay? And there was a trail that they went to. They didn't come to common folk like you. They went to a jeweler, the jeweler cut them, you know, and once it's cut, it's no longer in its original state. Okay, so all of the outside of it is cut off. It's done. So all you're getting is the internal part of that stone. So you could, in retrospect, think about that in your mind, saying, "Oh, well, the stone that it was, it isn't no more because they cut off all the bad." Just a way of thinking about it. you know, you know, and they have to be rough. They can't be cut. Yeah, and you'd have to have a bag of them. Do you have a bag of them? Do you have like 4,000 or 5,000 carats of them? You have a whole big bag of them? Mr. Jones, you got a big bag of them? Because if you ain't got a big bag of them, you only got like 4 or 5 little pieces. They don't care about that. What they care about is $1 million parcels. What they care about is $1 million parcels of color goods. That's what they care about. In today's market and in today's society, they're tracked so well, it's almost impossible. And even back in the day, it wasn't, they made a big deal out of it, but the big deal they made was because they felt sad for those people that were dying for the gemstones. Okay? It wasn't the mere fact that there was billions and billions and billions of carats coming out. That wasn't the reason for it. The reason for it is they didn't want people dying for it. So that's why they set up the different agencies in the governments today to keep that trafficking down. If you think they're worried about, 1 or 2 carats or something. Yeah, they're not worried about little stuff. So you're fine. Don't even worry about it. I'll tell you some cool diamonds. Have you guys ever heard of Herkimer diamonds? There's diamonds in America too. Different. I mean, they're actually a crystal, but they call them Herkimer diamonds. And then they actually have places that you can go and search for diamonds. Oh, it's in a setting? Oh, no. No. If it's in a setting, somebody already knew what it was. Trust me. No. If it's in a setting, you think a jeweler is going to risk his whole business? No. And the jewelers that would risk it are in such high society and they make so much money back in them days. Whole different ball game, my friend. Because when you set a diamond inside of a mount, okay, the inside of that mount has your name because it has specific stamps inside of every ring, right? There's specific stamps in there that says who made this ring and who put that stone in there. Do you think that somebody's going to put a stone in there that's a bloodstone? Not happening. Not in a million years. They will not risk their business or their reputation. Not in America. Not going to happen. If they did, it would be super rare. Even 150 years ago. So, I'm just letting you know. You'll never know. You'll never know. It's impossible to know because they come rough. Blood diamonds come rough. They come in, like this, in a little baggy, different rocks, like amber in the bag, right? That's what you get, rough stones. Once it cut, it's impossible. Every diamond has what? A hardness of 10 on the Mohs scale. 10. It's the big daddy. Right? Next is moissanite. That's the next hardest stone. Moissanite, right? After that is sapphire, ruby, right? Then after that is emerald. you know. So, I wouldn't worry about it. So, don't worry about it. You're safe. Selling bad boys, come back and buy some coins from me. That's what I say. Hey, it was funny. You gotta admit, it was funny. It was real. I wouldn't worry about it. Well, you could, but I wouldn't worry about it. I told you, if you're worried about it, just give it to me. I'll dispose of it properly for you. Oh my God. You guys come up with some questions, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can say you got it out of a dog turd. Yeah, you could do that, Mrs. Jones. I don't know how they would fly, but yeah, there you go. Just put them up between me and Paul. We'll hook them up. I'll cut and refacet some of them. I hate cutting diamonds. I hate it with a passion, but I'd do it. That way you couldn't tell it was your diamond. Then you can buy them back from us. Yeah, me and Paul. Hey, Paul, you can just send the whole lot. He can send the whole lot to me, and then I can recut them all. And I'll send half your lot back, and then you can just pay me for the recut. And he won't know. And then he can just buy them off of you back and buy mine back too. That probably just really confused him, right? You know that, right? Anyway. So Sunday, this ugly old nag might be for sale. Might be for sale. 1890 Carson City. Yep. 1987. 200-year anniversary. Ooh, sexiness. Pennies. 1909 S over S, 1909 VDB, and 1909. Could be for sale. Stay tuned. You may be the next contestant on The Price is Right. All right. Holy cow, you guys have got me on here for hours again. Why do you do this to me? Why? It's the pain. The pain of it all. All right. So, is everybody coming Sunday? Are you guys coming to the auction Sunday? Are you going to blow me off? Just tell me the truth. I just want the truth. So, yeah, well, that's really what I'm doing. I think that everybody can learn something. I really do. Even me, I learn it all the time. I learned that this chair is kicking my ass right now. Oh, God. Okay, thank you, Asher. I appreciate it. You going to whine? Yes, I am going to whine, Paul. And if you come, I'm going to whine even louder. But that's all right, because you can whine with me. It's all right. I don't care. Whatever. Well, you want me to lie to you? You want me to smooze you? You want me to go buy you a special brush and brush your hair? No, not going to happen. Look at me. I don't even shave for a week. And I don't care. I do not care. But I may shave for Sunday because Sunday's a holy day. Yeah. It's okay. You can get it all out. You know, everybody else does all week long. So why should you be an exception to the policy? All right, Can, you the man. And when you having an auction next? Or you're not having one anytime soon? You? Okay. Love you. Take care. And we will see you soon. Oh, yeah. Can I go game now? Are you guys still with me? Huh? Cool. Hey, can I go game now? Or you guys want to still chat? Nobody's saying that. I love you too, Can. Behave yourself. Stay out of trouble. Have a brewski for me. Because I'm too lazy to walk downstairs. Oh, God. I'm terrible at it. I am too lazy. I gotta go put 302 cents in the car tomorrow. Hey. I said, hey, I gotta go put 302 cents in the Cadillac tomorrow. And I have no help. So I gotta roll my fat buns underneath the Cadillac and change them. Why? Because they would say we might be getting some SNOW this weekend. And I definitely ain't laying out there in the snow and doing it. No. Hey, you guys want me to come on tomorrow night for a couple hours? I can, if you want. Just let me know what time you want me to come on. I'll come on and chat with you for a couple hours. Oh, I yawned. Imagine that. You guys are relaxing me. No, whatever you want to do. I can get on tomorrow night for a couple hours. Yeah. All right. I'll get on tomorrow night sometime in the evening. Okay. A couple of hours just to chat a little bit. You know, if you need something, you want something, you want me to do a little auction, I can do it anytime, guys. Okay. You guys. It's just, I like to just, do whatever. Anybody that knows me knows that. Now, if I'm doing an auction, I do an auction. Of course, I mean, I sometimes educate when I'm doing an auction, but it's not just like winging it. All right. I love you guys. Take care. Like, share, subscribe. Count your blessings, not your burdens. You know I love you. And, it's the little things that you do for people that make them happy. And you can change the world one person at a time. Love you guys. Take care. Reverend Bob is out of here. See ya.